Good afternoon. Welcome back to Guna Matters. Your opinion matters. I just want to apologize if there's anything wrong with the sound. It's probably because I don't have my earphones and mic. But nonetheless, it's match day and it is a day for Arsenal to go clear of what, 6 points? No, 7 points. So let's hope and pray and believe that the boys can do it. They are obviously hyped up. They are confident after a huge result last weekend against Aston Villa, and nobody in that game really sat back and waited. Both teams went for it, and they obviously gave it to each other. Villa went up 1-0. Arsenal responded with a 1-1. Villa went up 2-1, and Arsenal responded in second half 2-1, 2-2, and then 3-2, and then 4-2. Martinelli with the pre-goal celebration, and a lot of pundits, especially Gabby Abanglaho, has been saying that he's been poor or rubbish, his exact words, for a month. Gabby Abanglaho was rubbish for 11, 12 years. I'm sorry. But nonetheless, be that as it may, we are off to the King Power. Obviously, the guys are probably there already. It is another hour and a half before they start. They're probably getting ready to get to the stadium. And it's going to be a hell of a day. It's going to be a must win because now we can't sit back. Now we can't even think of a poor display. We have to take the game to them. We have to really be on fire today. Therefore, it is very important to know who's going to be in the starting lineup today. So the starting lineup is not out yet. So if you are watching and you want to share, who do you think is going to be the starters for today? I mean, it's no brainer that Ramsdale will be in between the sticks, even though nothing is for certain. Nothing in this world, nothing in football, nothing is for certain. But Ramsdale is between the sticks. He's the number one. Afternoon, Guna Matters. Alex, good afternoon. This was just on the spur of the moment that I thought I'm going to just pull through and do a quick segment of today's game. But thank you for your support. Again, as it says it below, follow Guna Matters and gently touch the like button. Give us a thumbs up. And if you are new and you did not do so, you may subscribe. But nonetheless, that as it is Saturday, another hour and a half, like I said. So yeah, my goalkeeper is going to be Ramsdale. Ramsdale need to have a clean sheet. He haven't had a clean sheet for the longest time, except for, in fact, the last 5 games he hasn't had or didn't have a clean sheet. He needs a clean sheet just to boost a bit of confidence in himself, just to give him a bit of self-confidence, because it's not always entirely up to a goalkeeper to keep clean sheets. As long as he does what he needs to do, and it's corners, set pieces, penalties, whatever it is. If it is in the office, as I call it, the 6-yard box and the big box, if it is in there, that's his command, that's his office. But he needs a bit of confidence, self-boosted confidence. If he can keep a clean sheet today, that will help a lot for him, and that will give us a huge boost of confidence, not just for this individual, but as a team, because now they see they can keep clean sheets again, because the goals has been raining left, right, and center into the back of the net in Arsenal side. So we have become poor. I think we are 6th on the form list where City is number one. I think Manchester is number two. I can't remember who's between there and Arsenal, but I know we are sixth in the form list, and that is a big drop for our form that we've had in the last half of the first half of the season, and of course a couple of games after. So Ramsdale, he needs a very, very good game today. He needs to have a clean sheet. I didn't predict a clean sheet though, but for the sake of the player and the confidence and the boost of self-confidence, you need to have a clean sheet. That is Ramsdale. And then, of course, there's no brainer. I'm going to start with the right centre back and the left centre back. I would have loved to see Kivior, aka Caviar, um, not in the starting lineup, but get a cameo at least. And that's today probably where we can get a bit of a cameo minute. Is to obviously seal off the game and break down the play of Leicester, because they are going to come out and try and push. There is a 50-50, or I think it's 60-40 chance of Madison not playing. But be that as it may, we need to keep on our game. We need to protect ourselves. We need to obviously stick to what we know we can do. So, but Gabriel is obviously going to take the reins in the left centre back, and then of course Saliba. I would think Saliba needs a boost himself, because he's been poor over the last few games. He's been giving fouls away. He's been beaten very easily by forwards and attacking midfielders. So Saliba needs a confident boost as well. So he needs to have a good game. He needs to have a brilliant game, a man of the match performance, in my view, just to give him that boost again, because there is a bit of a lack of self belief there. It's just to get a very, very nice boost for him today, is to have a good game to stand out. So yeah, that is the goalkeeper, the center backs is sorted. Let's just see quickly what's happening in the live chat. Alex is asking, sorry, that is not Cannon fodder. Do we start Trossard? You're going ahead of where I want to go, so I'll answer that question when it gets to that position, Alex. Tony, welcome, Tony. It's the first time that I see you on Guna Matters. Thanks a lot, man, for the support. You and I obviously have shared content with Cannon Fodder at one stage, but thank you. In fact, I saw a bit of your video that you did either yesterday or the day before with Liverpool and Spurs supporters. What a great video. Big ups. Go there over to, I think it's Arsenal 101. Subscribe, like. Also the same with Cannon Fodder TV. Subscribe and like, and every other content creator that is associated with Guna Matters, Arsenal 101, and of course Cannon Fodder. Please gently touch the like. Thank you, Tony. Good afternoon to you. And then, of course, we go to Tony. I'm not saying what you're seeing in Caviar. I'm not seeing what you're seeing in Caviar. Who does he deserve an appearance? Look, he needs a bit of minutes, because Gabriel, as we have seen, especially against Villa and Manchester City, he's got a mistake in him. He's got a penalty in him. He's got a yellow and a red card in him. So if we can push the game through as early as possible, just to have that cover, whereby I think Caviar or Kivior, I call him Caviar, Kivior, to get a bit of minutes, just to boost a bit of confidence in the team, because currently we built up a nice boost of confidence last week at Villa, but we still need a general boost in the team, because I mean, this guy has been brought in and he hasn't played a minute in the Premier League. So we need, I mean, Leicester's not a pushover, it's not a walkover, but if we can kill off the game early and really give that cover, even if we have to play three centre backs, then just to get that ugly win, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I think I don't know if that is probably why you're saying I'm not seeing what you're seeing in Caviar. What does he deserve an appearance? So I don't know the guy. I've never seen him play, so I can't say for sure what you maybe have seen, Tony. And then afternoon, brother Tony. Okay, that is just agreed from a fellow Gunner to another. Only Tony bullied him. No, I think he could have done much better against. Was it not? What's his name last week? The Aston Villa striker. His name's now obviously taken. Ollie Watkins. I think he could have done better against Ollie Watkins' goal. I think he was too tight and Ollie turned a bit there and he had to chase. I think that is something. So Saliba had a brilliant season. However, there is bits and pieces of where he's gone a bit astray in self belief. I mean, watch him and see, then probably look at it again. What I mean, only Tony has bullied him. Hey, Alex, Saliba didn't disgrace himself against Holland. No, I don't. I don't think he did. He actually had a good game with against Holland. Um, I agree with Tony. Kivior for now is not deserving us. No, no, not a start, Alex. It's just a cameo. Just a cameo. Just to fill that last bit of one on Arsenal. Sorry, that is it. Yeah, one on Arsenal. There we go. You can put your link in there, Tony. Please put your link in there. I've touched. Thank you. Not for smashing it and not for breaking it. It's just to gently touch it. Yes, no comment. No comment. Gently touch it. There you go. So, yeah, I think Ramsdale, Saliba, and of course Gabriel. And then between White and Tomiyasu, they still. I think Tomiyasu didn't have a good game against is it Brentford, on City at least, against City, and then of course we stick back to White. So I prefer White because White has been consistent. Yes, he has died down in some of the games where he didn't perform well, but he has been consistent. And last week against Villa, he has been brilliant in my opinion. He had a good game. He had a nice overlap run and that is what we want to see. And unfortunately, Zinchenko is not doing that with Martinelli. So Zinchenko will start. And of course, that is your back line. So it's Zinchenko, Gabriel, Saliba, White, and of course, Aaron Ramsdale. So that is the back line there. So here's the thing. What do we do now? Partey has been told to probably be available today because he had I think 1 or 2 sessions of training. But is that enough for him to start this week? Do you want to aggravate again those muscles or those knocks or whatever else goes in his body? So I think there I would like to see or hear who do we start in the middle? Is it Partey or is it Georgie? Because I believe Georgie, since he's come in against Everton and obviously the starts of City and Villa last week. So that to me, he had a good game. He was my man of the match in last week's game, bar a disgusting shot that he's given that caused the goal. But even throughout the game, he has been very, very prolific in passing, spreading the ball across the field, giving a through ball here and there. And I mean, he's just been commanding in terms of possession of the ball. But I think we all know he's very slow. He's a slow guy. Therefore, he needs the likes of the other faster guys around him to just protect him. So, who do we start? Is it Partey or is it Georgie? I would rest Partey, and for Jorginho, that is what I in my mind, because you can't aggravate that that legs, or especially of Partey, because he's very, very fragile, if I may. So, but anybody else that want to add to who's starting in the middle? But I've got Jorginho, and I've got Odegaard, and I've got Xhaka in there, because at this stage, do you think the changes that he has made with Xhaka and Vieira deserve a start there? I don't. I still think you need to keep Xhaka in that number eight, left eight, and of course you keep Odegaard in his position. And then, of course, we have. So let's recap. We've got Ramsdale, we've got Zinchenko left back, we've got Gabriel on left centre back, we've got Saliba on right back, right centre back, and a White on right back. Then we've got Georgie in the middle with Xhaka and with Odegaard, and that is half base of the team. So the back to front sort of attacking um, place. Let's hear what Tony's saying. Put Partey in a woolen in woolen glove. Yeah, I think he can break very soon by the likes of the way he goes. But we need to keep him protected, especially for that Liverpool game coming. Obviously, after this game, there's going to be very tough opponents. We've got, I think, two away games, which is one of today, and then the Fulham is away, and the rest is home games. So for the next five games, we might see it's predominantly teams that we will win on paper, but again, like we've seen, no team is a walkover currently, because everybody wants to do well. There is your chase for top four. There's your chase for obviously European positions, and then of course there is your relegation battle. So I think Vieira shouldn't get a chance, a start over Xhaka. Let's hear what Tony says. Arteta Vieira is very close to the starting lineup. He gives me a headache, because uh, I see what he's capable of. He's an excellent player. He understands what we want to play, and he's physically prepared. Physically prepared. I think the guy still needs to put on a bit of structure, if you know what I mean. Tony, is this your words or is the words of Arteta? Because I see the Arteta, and then starts this. In my mind, I'm thinking this is what Arteta has said. So I don't agree with him being physically prepared, probably fit, but being a physical stature, he needs a bit of body, he needs a bit of pick up there, and I don't think he deserves a start currently. He's a backup player for me now. He needs to really up his game, but Vieira still needs to learn the actual how the Premier League works. He's been there since the summer, but you still, I mean, we all know you learn the trade as long as you play in it. So he's correct in getting some minutes. He's correct in getting the job done, especially when it comes on for 20 minutes. Then he obviously, I mean, he's got a good eye for a through pass, and his technically ability is on that. But I don't think he deserves a start as yet. So, and I think, yes, Tony's correcting what I'm saying. Arteta on Vieira, yes, I thought as much. If he needs to compete for 30 balls in the air in this league, I think he's going to lose 28. But if we give him the ball in the right spaces and put him in front of goal at the amount of. Yeah, now look, I mean, he still has a lot to learn, especially from the Premier League. He's an intelligent player, but he hasn't shown much of that intelligence. So for the Premier League, he needs to obviously get more minutes, but this is not the time to I'll probably sound more contradictory as what I said earlier on. This is not the time for an attacking player to get that um, start yet, because he still need to get a lot of minutes under him before he can show his ability. So we've got Xhaka there, and then I'm coming to the front line just now. Just continue with times we want to do. I think he will do really well in the league. Yes, now I agree with you. He needs to obviously get to that point, but um, to experiment with it currently, I mean, we're in a position where we can drop points very quickly. So we need to get that momentum again. We need to get it that stability again, where we can walk over teams like we did in the first half of the season. Pardon me. Yeah, that's words of Ateta. I thought as much. Yeah, the previous two posts are linked. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that I thought as much. I don't think that would be your own. Maybe you do agree, maybe you don't. But as I know you, you probably wouldn't have started him as well. So yeah, that is the goalkeeper, the defense, and then of course the center mid, and then where did everybody go to? And then, of course, on the left wing, do we start Martinelli or do we start Trossard again? So this will be the third consecutive start for Trossard. I think against City he did well as a starter, but he died a bit here and there in the Villa game. And I thought I asked a question on one group or WhatsApp group is, what happened to Trossard for that 64 minutes that he played? I didn't see much of him in the Villa. He tried this and that, but I didn't see much of him there. So this would be the third consecutive start should he start today. And I think we should stick to that, because give Martinelli that push that your position is up for grabs, because if you're not gonna consistently perform like you've done in the first half since the World Cup, I think Martinelli sort of dropped form. So I think Trossard, and this is the question that Alex asked me earlier on, is that do we start Trossard? So yes, I would say we start Trossard, because you need that momentum currently. We can't start tinkering with the team this stage, because this game today is a very important game after a good win, a massive win at Villa. So this is another away win. I mean, another away game we have to win, because, and I will consistently start the same team almost as last week. So Trossard will be there. Of course, Eddie Nketiah will probably score a brace today, and then, and then of course Bukayo Saka. I want Vieira in for Xhaka to start, Tony. Is that to start? Because all right, that is, if it is to start, I would like for you to maybe have explained that. Start Trossard, yes, that is what I would do. I'll start Trossard. Hello, Gunners. It's a match day, and it's a must-win if we are to be English League champions. Let's do this. Mafabi, hi Mafabi. I think you're the first time on this channel. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy the content. Gently touch the like, and obviously share the video if you like. So, Tony, if you can, do you want Vieira to start ahead of Xhaka? I don't know if that is what you mean by I want Vieira in for Xhaka. I've given the reason why I say that. For the momentum's sake, we need to obviously uh, keep that strength and that ability to move on. So let's recap before I'm gonna go. It is Ramsdale in goals, Zinchenko left back, Gabriel left centre back, Saliba right centre back, and White in right back. Then we've got Jorginho, Xhaka, and Odegaard. And then we've got Trossard, Eddie, and Bukayo Saka. And that, I think, it is my team for the day. I'm not sure if that would be the team, but that's my team today. And of course, my prediction, it is 1 to Leicester and 3 to Arsenal. Oh, you would start him. Okay, okay, all right. Well, hopefully he can against a Villa. I probably would have not a Villa, not a Leicester. I'll probably start him because Leicester's going to be in the front foot like they've been against Man United last week. They unfortunately didn't take their chances, but they would probably try and push us over as they did United. Can't compare United with Arsenal at this stage, but they are flying and they're doing well. I'm happy that Partey is back. Would you start him, Mafabi? Um, Gently touch the. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. So yeah, and I've given my prediction. My prediction is 1 to Leicester and 3 to Arsenal, and of course, I'm hoping for an Eddie brace today, just to give him also that total self-confidence and that we can't I mean, just to keep the momentum from the front to the back and from the back to the front, because the three most important players today that needs a self-motivated boost of confidence, it is Ramsdale to have a clean sheet, it is Saliba to up his game to a very, very good standard, as he have shown from the first game up until I think the Manchester game, maybe still after Manchester. So he had a very good game, but the last couple of games he's really dropped form. And then of course Eddie Nketiah, he needs the game. So those are my three players that needs a very, very good run today just to boost themselves and to get that self belief again. Tony, this is the last time I'm going to the live chat. Is yes, please, to the Eddie Brace. Yes, that guy needs to get a momentum running again. He needs to obviously tell Jesus before he comes back here by the 5th of March, I believe, is to say, you're going to have to work for your position back into this team. You're not going to just come and replace me. And that should be the message from Eddie, is to be competitive, is to go out there, score a brace today, and continue with a good running and build that confidence again, because there's so much people, especially Arsenal fans, that is giving that boy a lot of flack. I, for one, has done that, but he's changed my viewpoint of him being a striker, and I'm sure he can do it again. He's got goals in him. He's got the pace. He just need the right time and the right balls to his feet that he can change. So Mafabi saying, yes, because he's so good along Xhaka. All right. Okay. But he is injured. He's been injured, and he's had a few, I think, 2 or 3 sessions of training for this week. I would not start him, and I mean, there's a couple of guys in here that also say that same thing. It's just to maintain his rest and not overworked his body, because it's very fragile. They make unbreakable midfield. You just can't go through. You got to protect him as well. Eh? You have to protect him. Great show. Have a great day, great Guna day, Glenman. Thank you. Same to you, and enjoy the game. And I'm sure you're probably going to go live soon. I'm not sure if you're doing a watch along. I'm not sure. Alex is your brother doing a watch along. I saw something like that. So please, guys, go over to Cannon Fodder TV. I'm probably sure there is going to be a live watch along. I'm not sure. Alex can confirm that. And also go to 101 on Arsenal. These guys, they've got brilliant content. I mean, I'm learning from these guys. They've got followers in the thousands. I'm not even 200 yet, but it is about the family, it's about discussion, it's about everything else. So gently touch the like button, share the video, and if you are new like Mafabi, Thank you again, Mafabi, to I'm hoping I'm pronouncing it right, for joining us today. But also subscribe if you did not do that yet. So let's enjoy the game today. Again, 1 to Leicester and 3 to Arsenal. This was Guna Matters, and I hope for you guys to have a Guna day. There, the Tony is confirming there's going to be a watch along on 101 of Arsenal at 5 to 3 p.m. That is UK time, and I think that's just before the game starts. So, Tony, I'll pop in on your watch along. I'm on my way now to go watch my son do long jump. And then I'm watching the game while I'm sitting on the athletic stadium. But yeah, all the best to you guys. Enjoy, and thanks for the support at Guna Matters. Remember, your opinion matters. Cheers, everybody.